The squad leader, a sergeant, has overall control of the squad. He supervises and is responsible at all times for the conduct, discipline, training, and welfare of the men in his squad. One of his prime responsibilities is to oversee the care and maintenance of the squad's weapons and equipment. His TO weapon is the rifle and bayonet. He commands a grenadier and 3 fire teams of 4 men each. The grenadier is the squad's extra punch, armed with the M79 grenade launcher, .45 caliber pistol, and hunting knife. He carries out fire missions assigned by the squad leader. The fire team leader, a corporal, is armed with the rifle and bayonet. He's the first link in the chain of command and is responsible for the maneuver, effective fire control, and discipline of his men. The assistant fire team leader, a lance corporal, is also the automatic rifleman. The fire team is organized around and dependent upon the firepower of the automatic rifle. Two riflemen armed with the rifle and bayonet make the fire team and the squad a functioning unit. One assists the automatic rifleman. The other rifleman provides security. Both are also trained as scouts. Each man in the fire team and the squad is responsible for the care and condition of his own weapon and equipment. This, then, is the 14-man rifle squad. Its mission is to locate, close with, and destroy or capture the enemy by fire and maneuver and shock action, or to repel his assault by fire and close combat.
Fall out. All right, Marines, gather around and listen up. Ross, you're next senior man. You're the assistant squad leader. But each of you know your job. Any one of you can lead this squad. Whoever's in charge, I know he'll get full support from every one of you. Okay, let's go.
This will have to be quick. The 2nd platoon is on our right. Hotel company is on our left. Our mission is to take the high ground, Hill 510. 2 squads will assault friendly. 1 squad will provide the base of fire. Sergeant Barline, your squad will take the right half of the platoon objective. Sergeant Jenkins, your squad will take the left half of the platoon objective. Sergeant Ballard, your squad will establish the base of fire. I will move behind the assaulting element. Are there any questions?
No questions, sir.
Move out.
In combat, the squad leader is responsible for the maneuver of his squad and for the fire discipline and fire control of his men. In their movement through this terrain to their objective, the squad's grenadier and 3 fire team leaders will carry out the squad leader's orders. The squad leader and his fire team leaders follow a standard procedure in the preparation and execution of all missions. Time is the governing factor in the application of all troop-leading steps. Estimate the situation, analyze the terrain, determine the location of the enemy, their strength, disposition, and capabilities. A reconnaissance is also required, no matter how brief the planning time available. The squad leader's final plan must be based on all he can learn about the route to his objective and the strength and disposition of all enemy forces likely to be encountered. The squad leader's order to his fire team leaders will be based on the platoon leader's orders and on the squad leader's knowledge of the terrain and the tactical situation involved.
Okay, this is the story. We'll continue the attack in 6 minutes. We take the right half of the platoon objective. We'll assault on line. Ross, your team will be on the right. You'll be the base team. Towner, you take the center. Short, your team will take the left. Salt signal will be yellow smoke, and also to shift base of fire. One thing more, stay on top of your men. Don't let them get away from you. And don't you get too far away from me. All right, let's go.
The purpose of any attack is to close with and destroy or capture the enemy. This is accomplished by fire and maneuver and shock action. The squad may be assigned as a base of fire to engage the enemy, or as a maneuver element to reach the best position from which to assault. If the maneuvering squad meets opposition that impedes their progress, squad members continue to advance by fire and movement until they reach the best area of cover and concealment. At times, fire superiority may be achieved with the squad's own weapons. The fire team leader's primary job is to supervise his men. He engages in the firefight only when necessary to ensure success.
Alpha 6, this is Alpha 1 actual. Over. 6-1, fire concentration on target. Alpha, Mike, 1-0-1. Over.
Additional firepower may be available from supporting arms. The maneuver element advancing under cover of a base of fire to the final coordination line uses all available cover and concealment. Rushing, and if necessary, creeping or crawling, the advance to the final coordination line continues. Supervision and control of the squad is maintained at all times through the established chain of command. The squad leader places himself where he can best control the squad. He picks a position from which he can influence the action and ensure a continued advance. The culmination of the attack is when the objective is assaulted and seized, the enemy killed, captured, or forced to retreat. If the enemy retreats, he is aggressively pursued by fire. Once the objective has been taken and pursuit by fire has been accomplished, the squad is reorganized and the objective consolidated. Defensive positions must be established at this time. In establishing the squad's defense, the squad leader distributes his fire teams to cover their front and flanks, selects the best possible fields of fire, assigns fire team sectors, and determines signals for fire.
We're holed up here for the night, Ross, with all three teams up on line. Your team is on the right. I want your AR laid in on that tree line about 200 meters out there.
All right, Sergeant.
The enemy's withdrawn. They broke off contact here. Towner, your team is to Ross's left, extending over to there. Have your AR firing down the center of that draw. Short, I want your AR like so.
All right, Sergeant.
The automatic rifles are the mainstays of the squad in defense. They are assigned principal directions of fire. These PDFs are an integral part of the squad fire plan. The squad leader briefs his men on their mission. He establishes sentinels and security procedures, makes clear his own and the platoon leader's exact positions in the area, and gives any further orders or information necessary. The mission of the defense is to delay and disorganize the enemy forward of the battle area, to stop him by close combat at the forward edge of the battle area, and if he enters the battle area, to eject him by counterattack. During any phase of any operation, elements of the squad may go out on a reconnaissance or combat patrol. Good discipline and the observance of established procedures will lead to the success of the patrol's mission and a safe return to friendly lines.
Sergeant, we didn't see or hear a thing out there.
All right, report back to your position, Ross. I'll tell the lieutenant. You make sure the men are ready to go in the morning. Check rations, double check ammo, and make sure their weapons are clean. I'll be back in half an hour.
The effectiveness of the squad depends on the efficiency of its individual members and on the care and condition of their weapons and equipment. Each man must be properly supplied, equipped, and led to make the offensive a success and lead to victory. Reporting to his platoon commander on his squad's patrol operation, and for further orders, the squad leader will be certain his men are prepared to carry out the orders given.
Lieutenant, my patrol just got back in. They didn't hear or see a thing out there.
I'm not surprised. There was no enemy activity anywhere in our company area. But one recon unit did report heavy enemy activity here, about 3 miles to the southeast. Our company will be lifted into this area at first light.
Pass the word down there. The fire team leader's up. Pass the word. Fire team leader's up.
Okay, listen up. We'll be lifted out tomorrow morning at 0530. We'll land in landing zone Hawk, going in with the first wave of choppers. That means we're going to have to clear the LZ. Our mission is to secure this low hill just north of the LZ. Check your troops and equipment. I'll inspect in 20 minutes.
And so the squad prepares to move out again. Its mission, as always, to destroy or capture the enemy or force him to retreat. The squad remains the basic element in every Marine Corps operation. Properly equipped and armed, properly trained and led, each Marine is certain of his weapons and of his duties in the squad. It is only through constant offensive operation that a clear-cut victory can be obtained. In achieving victory, the effectiveness of the squad and its individual members is the decisive factor. Once on the ground, the Marines in this squad will secure the landing zone and move out with their platoon for their company's attack.